Today we're going to fix this Korg synthesizer. It's Korg X50, great synthesizer, good for live work. You can get to programs, select programs and everything else very quickly just by pressing these buttons. But I've got a little problem in that this enter key here has dropped down. In fact, it's broken. So I've managed to get a spare part for it, and I'm going to replace this enter key. First thing I'm going to do is just to put these off, just to lower the profile of the synth when I put it on its, when I turn it over. So just to put these off. 1, 2, 3. 4. You see, that's a lot lower now, so that when I put it on its back, it won't be quite so tricky. Plenty padding here. Right, so basically all the screws down here, these all have to come out. So we'll just get on with that. The screws, each row of screws is the same length, apart from this one in the middle. And of course these ones are different. So that's one length, that's length 2, that's length 3. And these ones here are the same length as the first one. So I'm just putting them in piles of screws that are all the same length. Right, now I've got all the screws out, just to show you what I've got and how I've sorted them. These 4 screws are the ones that go in the end points. These ones there, these little screws here, are the ones that go around all the edges. These ones here, these are the longer ones. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, they're slightly longer. These ones here go in these 5 along here, and these ones here go along here in the middle. This one here, this is a longer screw. This one goes in there, and then these screws here are the ones that go around this plate here. So I've just kept all these screws separate so that I can actually put the right screws back in the right holes when I'm finished. Right, now I'm going to lift this up. Should be should be able to separate it now. Yep, look at this coming apart. No bother. Now there's a power supply at the end here that's fixed to this top, so I've got to get that out. I'll let you have a look at that in a second. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, there it is there. So I've got to get that cable disconnected before I can lift the keyboard right, the top right out. That's it. Right. And I can lift this straight off. Right, this is the board out now, and I'm just going to take this connector off. See, it's easier to get off when the board's actually there. These are a pair of parallel nosed pliers. They're really quite good for this kind of thing. So, before I do anything else, I'm just going to put this board back in the top because it's easier to push the connector in. It's quite easy to do that. So let me just do this. And this was over it. Quite a lot of dust around this sort of thing. I'm going to have to give it a clean. That's it. Now the key that I want to replace is just under here. In order to get to it, I'm going to have to raise this circuit board. In order to get to that circuit board, I need to take these off. In order to take these off, I need to take this off. And then I need to disconnect these various other connectors. So I'm going to make a start on that. Let's just have a look. First thing I'm going to do is take these off. Fine. Right, next thing is this. Now let's have a look. First thing is there are 3 screws in at the back here. Just connecting just holding the back plate on. Take these off. Is that one done? This plate now just comes off. Like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is there are screws here at the back holding the circuit board. Okay, now this should pop out. Yes, look at that. Okay, that's good. I just need to get this flat plate off here. There are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that. Lift that off. Now I can get into these screws here to take this thing off. Just screening it is. Okay. Now that's is that everything? Yeah. Not quite. Yeah, I'll just undo that one at the same time. Yeah. Should be able to lift this out. Yes. Right, now let's see. There's another screw there, another one there, another one there. These are going to come out. Oh, and there's another one here too. Right, this is the bit that's broken. You can see this bit, which I took out earlier. So this is the key, it's just loose. And what it needs to be is in 2 whole bits. Like this. This is the replacement. This goes in here like this. Go. Okay. So I've just got to these bits here. This bit here was actually, there's a bit of glue just to keep this in position, as it were. I think it'll hold in position because this is up against the circuit board when it's screwed down. But I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the top of this just to glue it down and hold it in position. So the bit that I need to apply the glue is just along this top edge here, just that edge here, and just a little bit of glue, just enough to keep it stuck in there. Before I do that, I'm going to clean this area here. It's an air duster. That's it, clean. Right, I've now applied the glue to this edge here, just a little. I've discovered that there's actually it looks like a double-sided sticky tape almost that's been laid along this channel. However, I've ruined that, obviously. So now we're going to put this in and push it down. Now, that's it in with its glue. Not very much glue, just a trace, because obviously you need to be able to whip it up if it goes wrong again. You need to replace it again, and the circuit board should be leaning down on it anyway, so that should be enough to keep it in position. All remains for me to do is to put it all back together again and see if it works. I'm just in the process of putting this back together again. I've screwed all the boards back in, and I've just realised it might have been an easier way to take it apart with the circuit board. Rather than trying to get into it from that angle, I could have just flipped it up and tried it from this angle. At least that's what I'm going to do. Try and put it back again anyway, and let's see how we get on. Still a bit tricky. That's it in. And we just need to close this off and screw it down. Here we go. Right, it's all been reassembled now. All the mess has been put away, and all we need to do now is to test it. So first of all, does it switch on? Yes, it does. Well, that's always a good start. And now we'll have let's see if we get any noise. That's okay, let's have a look at this key. Now, right, so 24, enter. Yeah. Not bad. So the tempo, you use this to tap on this in time to the beat. So let's try it. If I tap more, faster, you should hear this go up. Yeah. So it's all working, it just feels fine. Feels just slightly stiffer than the other ones, but maybe that's to be expected. So, in future I'll just have to make sure I don't just hit it quite so hard. So I was tapping in time to tap tempo rehearsing a song, and that's what caused it to fail in the first place. But there you go, it's all fixed now.